Hi, welcome to the 13th floor. I'm Marty Duda, and today we have with us Miss June. Well, you're not really Miss June.
No.
The band is Miss June. You are Annabel.
Yes.
Annabel Lidell. First, before we get right into it, tell me about the rest of the other guys in the band.
So, common misconception, I am not Miss June. Miss June is a group.
Yep.
So it's myself and my three friends. Chris Marshall is the bass player.
Yep.
He also plays in the band The Milltones,
right.
which is a cool band. Jun Park plays guitar.
He's kind of Mr. June.
Yeah, he likes to think the band's named after him.
Uh-huh.
Miss June, yeah. And then we have Tom Leggett on drums, who also plays in the band Wax Chattels.
Right.
Yeah.
So how does that work with everybody playing in different things?
Well, for the boys, they're they're professional musicians. Like that's their livelihood. So for them, the more gigs, the better, really.
Ah,
yeah, yeah.
And
it's great. It's fun. It's like community vibes.
Right. So because this is kind of your soul band, is this kind of your thing, or is it? How do you look at it?
It's kind of my thing. It's my soul band because I also study and work as well.
Right.
So I don't really have that much time to do other stuff. But actually, I've been jamming a couple new projects recently. But at the moment, it's my sole focus to just finish this album with this group.
So album is in progress.
Yeah.
I saw you guys at the King's Arms a few months ago, and you kind of blew me away, which is kind of why you're here. And it's definitely kind of a punk energy going on. Yeah. How would you describe what it is that you do?
It's honestly, I think it is indescribable. And even as a band, we have a very difficult time with trying to find where our sound really fits, because it does have, we started off as a punk band. We were very strictly punk, and we made a really heavy 5-song EP called Matriarchy, which was great, but we've developed so much since then that now our sound has changed into all these different sort of subgenres of there's a lot of rock, and there's pop elements in there, and there's noise and no wave and all of that sort of stuff. Yeah.
So we'll get into talking some more about the actual sound that you make, but we'll get into a song first of all.
Cool.
You've brought 3 of them with you today.
Yeah.
The first one we're going to hear is a thing called Aquarium. So
yes.
What can you tell me about that one?
So Aquarium is a song we wrote and recorded maybe about a year ago. And it's sort of a sneaky band fave. We wanted to play it today because although it's not necessarily going to be a single, it's just one that we all really enjoy playing, and it's just got a lot of elements of punk, but also it's got some really interesting tonalities in it and textures throughout it. So we really thought that it would be a good little showcase for today. The name Aquarium is from an article I was reading from Ian MacKaye talking about the internet, actually.
Oh, right.
Yeah, he was talking about the internet being an aquarium, and all you have to do is pull your head out.
Have to try that sometime.
Yeah.
Alrighty, well, let's give a listen to Aquarium, and we'll come back and talk some more.
Great.
The first time I left, I knew that I would not be missed. Last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on the list. The first time I left, I knew that I would not be missed. I could have been anything, but instead I chose to be with you. I could have been anything, but instead I chose to be with you. Last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on the list. The first time I left, I knew that I would not be missed. Last thing I want to do is hurt you, but it's still on the list. The last time I left, I knew that I would not be missed. I could have been anything, but instead I chose to be with you. I could have been anything, but instead I chose to be with you. Fix me out proud, I know you like it when I'm down. We're so complex when we try to die, just make a mess. Young girls are the kids about, we'll take you out, make you unwell. Trust me, I know. Trust me, I know. I could have been anything, but instead I chose to be with
All right, we're back here with Annabel Lidell from Miss June. We just heard Aquarius. And
Aquarium.
That's right. I thought I was talking to the fifth dimension.
We have a song called Scorpio, though. Someone made a joke that we should make all our songs star sign names. It would be easy, like, honest to God. Anyway, carry on.
Thank you. So we were talking a little bit about the different sounds and musical things that come together, like you mentioned, no wave, and obviously there's punk and there's pop. So is this stuff that you listen to? Are you kind of exploring all that stuff with a mind to bring it into the band, or
I definitely am. I'm definitely the type of musician that I can't listen to a record without almost taking it personally. So everything I've been listening to recently definitely has influenced this album. And like I said, with the boys playing in their other groups as well, we all have like a very wide range of references that we bring to the group, which is really great. James is definitely like a punk kid at heart.
Yep.
Tom actually loves hip hop. He's always blasting Kanye West and who else is he listening to heaps of at the moment? Kid Cudi and stuff like that, just all the time. Chris is like a super indie, like UMO, loves This Flying Nun, loves all of those bands, and I'm just a bit of a mess of everything. But yeah, I've been listening to a lot of Sonic Youth recently.
Good on you.
I've been listening to, funnily enough.
Have you read Kim Gordon's biography?
Yeah, I did. I thought it was okay. It was all right. I rediscovered Weezer's Blue album, which just that just completely changed my whole perception of recording and sounds, and really made me love pop again. Right. Yeah. So
now I'm gonna have to go back and listen to it.
Yeah, do it. There's just such good songs on that record. It's amazing. And they have this fascinating recording technique. Like River Kamoze is like a crazy mad scientist with his recording techniques. All these little things of going into the studio, recording sounds, mixing them deep into the guitar layers, it's amazing.
So does that stuff get into your recording process?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of really strange things in our songs. We have a lot of fun with it, really. We record at the lab with Tom Healy. Right. And so we do all of the tracking for the drums and things in the main room, and then everything else we do in a small room of Tom's. And he's got like full synth setups. There's a lot of really strange little sounds and noises and pedal things. We've got the Leslie, which is the strange oscillating.
Rotating.
Yeah, heaps of that sort of stuff laid into the guitars.
Nice. Because you mentioned that you're having a lot of fun, and when I'm watching you perform, it looks like there's an intensity, there's some kind of anger in there, but there's also fun. You guys are having a good time. Is there a balance that you have to find when you're performing?
Oh yeah, definitely. When I was in a pretty dark space about a year ago, and we were playing live shows, it was just pure rage on stage, and even with the dynamics in the group in terms of how we were playing with each other, it was this really aggressive, balls to the wall, full feedback on the amps, fuck everyone, don't look at me. And now we've sort of moved on a bit more from that. Like I said, I'm writing a few more poppier songs, and it is good to get that balance. I remember seeing a video of myself play about a year ago and being like, I did not look in the crowd once. I didn't put my head up once. So I really, through the process of recording, rediscovered that love of actually interacting with an audience and having them know your songs and bop along, and that real funness that comes with playing something that's accessible or a little bit more accessible. Yeah.
All right, we got another song. This one's an interesting title, Twitch.
Twitch, yeah.
What's the deal with that one?
So I'm also a final year medical student. So I'm about 6 months away from qualifying as a doctor.
Oh,
which
cool.
is really cool. Yeah.
So if I have a heart attack right now, you can take care of me.
I definitely can.
Excellent.
Yeah. Are you that nervous?
Well,
Are you okay?
At my age, it could happen at any time.
I thought I was the one being interviewed. So this song is actually about the first time I operated on a living human being.
Oh my.
And because in med school we do a lot of work on cadavers, and so when you cut into them, they don't bleed and they don't they don't have that anesthetic response or anything like that. And I remember going into surgery in my first year and cutting into the patient, and they like did this twitch, just like a muscle twitch.
Yeah.
And I jumped and I screamed and I was like, they're alive! And the whole theater, all the nurses, everyone was just like, oh my God, like fresh out of med school student, like so embarrassing.
Because I think the ultimate result you want at the end of the operation is for the patient to be alive.
Exactly. So it's kind of, yeah, it's quite funny. And it really made me just, think a lot about just mortality and all those things, yeah.
You got a song out of it, right?
Yeah,
There
I
you
did.
go. All right, let's give it a listen. Twitch. All right, we're back here with Annabel from Miss June, and so the album is pretty much done. You got what, mixing to do, or
we've got a few more vocal takes to do, and yeah, so it's all down on me, and then some mixing.
What are those vocal take? What is it like for you to do? Because again, there's that intensity in the songs that I hear. Do you need to be kind of on your own? Do you need to be in a kind of certain headspace in order to do this stuff?
Yeah, I do a lot of different vocal takes. It actually does take me a really long time. For some of our songs, we have re-recorded the vocals, and meaning start to finish with overdubs re-recorded maybe 4 times one of our songs,
right?
Just to get the perfect vibe. And even across the time that it's taken us to make the album, some of our songs have changed in ways that I've actually had to change my vocal. Yeah, it takes a long time, but I really prefer actually to have one of the boys, not in the booth with me, but in the studio area. It's not good for me to be actually too in my own head. And I think when someone like with James comes along and sits in the studio, he like makes me laugh and he makes me tea and he tells me which phrasing's good in this really delicate way, because I can be a bit temperamental.
Very good.
Yeah.
And then you're not quite sure exactly how it's going to be released, is that right? You're kind of up in the air as far as all that? So.
We're up in the air. I think we've all been just waiting for the tracking to be done.
Right.
We've in the past rushed releasing things.
Right.
Just because, you've got this like thing you just want to share with everyone and give to people, and we're realizing with our album we just need to be a little bit more protected around what we sort of release.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So sometime this year.
Yeah, it should be later this year.
Later this year. Very good. All right, we got one more tune, Orchid.
Orchid.
Tell me about that one.
This song is really a conversation between myself and my mother about losing love and femininity and what it means to be female when you lose love as opposed to being male when you lose love. And yeah, it's quite a personal song. It's very like cathartic to play, though. It has this real like Cranberries feel to it, especially through the choruses, and it's got a lot of that sort of Breeders and Pixies-esque guitar stuff in it, loud, quiet. But also I spent a lot of time working on the tones for this. I was listening to like a lot of Belter Space at the time, which is a great flying nun band. So my sort of tones through the verses are trying to be very like wishy-washy and Belter Spacey, and then quite heavy Pixies-esque through the choruses. Yeah, just to offset those really emotional vocals.
Man, it's nice your mother's supporting you. I saw her at the gig at the King's Arms, so she's a big fan of the band, is she?
She is. She's a fan of everything I do and my biggest support person, but I think she has been begging me to write a happy song.
Oh, right.
Happy song is what she calls it, for maybe like 5 years. She's like, just write something that I can send to the family, please. Like, no bad language.
I'm sure that time will come, but you gotta get this stuff out. You gotta work through it, right?
I gotta get this out. You gotta do this while you feel it, you know?
All right. Well, thank you guys for coming here. It was fantastic.
No problem.
You definitely rattled the old walls. It was good. Good. And we're looking forward to when the album comes out.
Thank you so much. We had so much fun.
Good.
Mom says it's easier for men to move on. won't go.